Hello, friends, and welcome back to Global Flyer, your go-to channel for all things aviation. Fasten your seatbelts because today we're taking a deep dive into the story of a truly unique aircraft. Affectionately nicknamed the baby bus. That's right, we're talking about the smallest member of the Airbus A320 family. The remarkable Airbus A318. Have you ever looked at an A320 and thought, what if it were just a bit smaller, a bit more specialized? Well, that's exactly the question Airbus answered with this little jet. The A318 has a fascinating history, packed with ambition, innovation, and some surprising twists. So, how did this compact airliner come to be? Let's roll back the clock to the late 1990s. The story begins as Airbus was looking to complete its single-aisle family, which already included the successful A319, A320, and A321. They wanted to create a smaller 100-seat version to compete in the regional jet market, a space dominated by players like Bombardier and Import. The project, initially codenamed the A319M5, literally meant A319-5 fuselage frames. The idea was simple. Shorten the existing A319 to create a new, smaller variant. This approach offered a huge advantage: commonality. Airlines already flying other A320 family aircraft could add the A318 to their fleet with minimal extra costs for pilot training and maintenance. This shared type rating is a massive selling point for airlines. Pilots certified to fly an A320 can with minimal additional training. Hop into the cockpit of an A318. Airbus officially launched the A318 program in April 1999, and development moved swiftly. The first prototype took to the skies for its maiden flight on January 15, 2002. After a period of rigorous testing and certification, the very first Airbus A318 was delivered to Frontier Airlines in July 2003. With that, the baby bus was officially ready for service, poised to bring big jet comfort and efficiency to shorter regional routes. Now, let's talk about what makes the A318's design so special. At first glance, it looks just like a shorter, more compact version of its larger siblings. And that's exactly the point. It shares the same fuselage width, cockpit, and systems as the rest of the A320 family. The most noticeable difference is its length, at just 31.44 meters. It's significantly shorter than the A320. Another key visual distinction is the taller vertical tail fin. The designers had to increase its height by about 80 centimeters to compensate for the shorter fuselage and maintain directional stability, especially during engine-out scenarios. It's a subtle but crucial piece of engineering. Under the wings, the A318 was offered with two engine options: the CFM International CFM 565B and the Pratt & Whitney PW6000 series. The Pratt & Whitney engine was particularly interesting as it was specifically designed with fewer parts to reduce maintenance costs, targeting the regional market. However, initial fuel consumption issues with the PW6000 led to delays, and most A318s ended up being powered by the reliable CFM56. Inside, the cabin typically seats around 107 passengers in a two-class configuration, or up to 132 in a high-density layout. Passengers get the same wide cabin they'd find on a larger A320, which was a major comfort advantage over its narrower regional jet competitors. One of the most impressive design feats of the A318 is its certification for steep approaches. This is a game changer. Certain airports, like London City Airport, have very steep glide slopes and short runways due to their urban location. To operate their aircraft need special certification. The A318, with some software modifications to its flight control system, became the largest commercial aircraft certified to fly into London City. The pilots use a special steep approach function which deploys specific spoilers to increase drag and allow for a controlled descent angle of up to 5.5 degrees. Much steeper than the standard 3 degrees. This capability opened up a premium, business-centric route right into the heart of London's financial district. Speaking of which, let's look at the A318's operational history. While it was a technological success, the baby bus faced some commercial headwinds. It entered the market at a challenging time, shortly after the downturn in aviation following the events of 2001. Furthermore, the very efficiency of its larger sibling, the A319, sometimes worked against it. Many airlines found that the slightly larger A319 offered better per-seat economics. The regional jet market also became fiercely competitive, with new, highly efficient models from Embraer and Bombardier proving very popular. Despite these challenges, the A318 found its niche. Frontier Airlines was the launch customer in the United States, and in Europe, Air France became the largest operator, using the A318 extensively on its domestic and European network. But perhaps the most famous and prestigious route for the A318 was British Airways, Club World London City Service. They operated a specially configured A318 with just 32 lie-flat business class seats, flying between London City and New York's JFK Airport. Because of the short runway at London City, the plane would take off with a light fuel load and make a quick stop in Shannon, Ireland, to refuel and allow passengers to clear US Customs and Immigration before even arriving in the States. It was like a private jet experience on a commercial airline, a truly unique service that showcased the A318's special capabilities. Sadly, this iconic service was discontinued in 2020. So, who flies the A318 today? While production ended in 2013 with a total of only 80 aircraft built, the baby bus is still flying. Air France remains a key operator, although they are gradually phasing them out. You can also find the A318 operating for government and private VIP transport, where its range and ability to operate from smaller airports are highly valued. For example, the French government uses it as a VIP transport aircraft. Terem, the national airline of Romania, also operated a fleet of A318s for many years. Although its numbers are dwindling, spotting an A318 is always a treat for any aviation enthusiast, a glimpse of a rare and special member of the Airbus family. Let's quickly run through the key specifications to put its size into perspective. The A318 has a wingspan of 34.1 meters, the same as the A319 and A320. Its overall length is 31.44 meters, and its height, including that taller tail, is 12.56 meters. It has a maximum takeoff weight of around 68 metric tons and a typical range of about 5,700 kilometers or 3,100 nautical miles. This gives it true transatlantic capability as demonstrated by the British Airways service. The cockpit features the classic Airbus side-stick controller and a glass cockpit with 6 large LCD screens, maintaining that all-important commonality with its siblings. In conclusion, the Airbus A318 may not have been a bestseller like the A320, but it's an aircraft with a rich story and unique capabilities. It represents Airbus's ambition to cover every corner of the single-aisle market. Its technological innovation, especially its steep approach capability, carved out a special place for it in aviation history. The baby bus is a testament to clever engineering and adaptation, a pint-sized powerhouse that proved big things can come in small packages. It may be rare, but its legacy as the smallest member of the world's most successful aircraft family is secure. And that's a wrap on our look at the Airbus A318. What do you think of this little jet? Have you ever been lucky enough to fly on one? Let me know in the comments below. I love reading your stories and insights. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to Global Flyer and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next aviation adventure. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.